they kind of meld together, epilepsy and cupcakes. Let's talk about the epilepsy first. You started having seizures when you were in 5th grade?
Yeah, when I was 5th grade, like in the beginning of 5th grade, I think I had my first seizure.
And what happened? It happened at school?
So my first seizure actually happened at home. While I was sleeping, and I don't really remember that much of it. I remember it was almost like when you're sleeping, and then you can hear someone talking, but like you hear someone talking while you're sleeping, but you don't really know what they're talking about or like why you're hearing them. And then like later after you wake up, you're there and they're talking about it, and you can like understand and kind of connect the dots. It was kind of like that. Like all I remember really was the oxygen mask going over my face and like the carpet on my back. And then once I woke up, I could connect the dots and figure out, oh, I had a seizure. I didn't really know what seizures was, but my parents kind of explained it to me and kind of got me to almost know more about it. Yeah.
Scary?
Yeah, I was mostly confused because I never had a seizure before. I'd never seen anyone have a seizure. I was really I was uneducated. So after that, I could learn more about it and different things like that.
And you started having more of them, so many that you had to, you stopped going to school and you're homeschooled now by your mom.
Yes.
And you had to give some stuff up, huh?
Yeah. So I had been doing gymnastics. I was on the gymnastics teams from my county. I was swimming. I was doing, I was like riding my bike, climbing trees, and all of that I had to stop because I was having seizures. There were so many restrictions on it. Couldn't swim without a flotation device, couldn't do gymnastics anymore, couldn't climb trees, a bunch of stuff that I couldn't do that I really liked to do that I couldn't do because I had epilepsy.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Did you, and you took medications, lots of medications.
Yes.
You said a fistful in the morning?
Yeah, it was
5
like
pills?
5 pills in the morning, yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't like them, huh?
No, it was like waking up to take a pill, I would like throw them in like the woods because I didn't want to take them. It was a mess.
Your folks said they found the pills all over the place. You didn't put them in the cupcakes, did you?
No.
Yeah. So you started baking because you couldn't do these other things, but you love to bake.
Yeah, so I had been baking, but I also been doing the other things. And baking was kind of like something that I did sometimes, but not all the time. And then once I had to stop doing all those other things, I'm like, oh, well, what can I do now? And I just leaned to baking, and I've been baking ever since.
And you started Michael's Desserts. Tell me how you got the idea for that.
So Michael's Desserts, I knew I really liked baking and I was good at it, and I wanted to start a business off of it. And my parents got me a pair of Tom's shoes for Christmas, and Tom's shoes business model is 1 for 1. So every shoe that someone buys, they give a shoe away, and that's what I do with my business. Every dessert that someone buys, I give dessert away to someone else.
You go to domestic violence shelters. You give cupcakes to.
So I go to domestic violence shelters, or I'll just go around DC feeding the homeless, or I'll partner because I know that giving someone a cupcake isn't gonna solve hunger, and that's my goal. So I also donate some of my proceeds to an organization called No Get Hungry, and I also do this really big event, like a bake sale, and all the proceeds go to No Get Hungry.
And by the way, Michael and his family are here. They spent the day, the morning at Eli's Cheesecakes in the kitchens there baking. And Mark Schulman, our friend from Eli, who provided all these desserts, also gave some cheesecakes to Michael. He took his cupcakes and Mark's cheesecakes and went to a homeless shelter here while they were here today. So Michael's Desserts, it doesn't have an apostrophe. It's not Michael's apostrophe S Desserts. Yes. That was your idea, huh?
It was my doing. When I first made it, it was no apostrophe because I wasn't good at grammar. But later,
you're honest. I appreciate that.
So my mom she said, well, if it's Michael's Desserts, which is proper grammar, if there's an apostrophe, it's ownership. But I decided that I didn't want to do that because it's not cupcakes for Michael or cupcakes that Michael owns. I'm giving them away. I'm doing it to help someone else. So it's a reminder to me that it's not for me, it's for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me, you go and you deliver these cupcakes yourselves.
Yeah.
What have you learned when you go out and you meet the people who you're donating the cupcakes to?
One of the biggest lessons that I've learned is that people who are hungry, they don't look like anything. You can't tell if someone doesn't know where the next meal is going to come from. I was doing a giveaway, and there was a man, and he was sitting in the park, and he was like dressed nice, had like a suit and tie, and he was sitting in the park, and we gave him a cupcake, and he said that was the first thing that he'd eaten in 3 days. And like, I couldn't tell that he was hungry, and no one could tell that he was hungry, but it turned out that he was. So just almost don't judge a book by its cover, and treat everyone equal, and give them a cupcake, because it might make their day.
Yeah. We should point out, you saw some of the pictures. These aren't just cupcakes. These are works of art.
Thank you.
Right? You're like a master baker. How did that happen? Some of us, by the way, are eaters, and some of us are bakers. So that's why I'm curious. I don't know anything about how these things are made.
So I guess I just kind of learned the ropes from my mom, and also online, looking at videos, different things like that, learning and perfecting my skill on baking. And also, when I first, I'm roasting myself here. When I first made it, it was really bad. And I almost, if you go to the bottom of my Instagram page and scroll up, you can progressively see that I'm getting better, because it's not just me learning the different things. I also have to practice and do it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you get the ideas for your cupcakes? And I urge everybody to go onto Michael's website, because it will make you hungry. Go ahead.
So the ideas for they either come from other like desserts, or like I'll turn it into a cupcake, or I'll just get it from something that I think about, or like a different dessert that I saw, and I'll try to make it like, how can I do this? Can I change this for something like this? And different things like that. And I do freedom fighter cupcakes every month, where I highlight a modern day freedom fighter, or someone who's doing something great in the world, and I will highlight them and base a cupcake off of them. So I also get my ideas doing research on those people and different things like that. You've been in the National Kids Baking Championships.
Yes. You just did a TED Talk in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You're associated with a group called Giving Tuesday Kids. What is Giving Tuesday Kids?
Giving Tuesday is actually happening on December 3rd. It's this global thing where millions of kids all over the world, it's just a day dedicated to giving. You have a day like Black Friday, different things like that, but like, why don't we have a Giving Tuesday? So it's just all day is dedicated to giving back to your community.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And do you meet other young people who are involved in that?
Yesterday, I met up with another kid who's doing Giving Tuesday, and we met together, and that's how I got the connection to the homeless shelter that I gave my cupcakes to this morning.
So, you can applaud for that. Go ahead. When I was talking to you yesterday, I asked you what you thought you would be doing if you hadn't had epilepsy, and what do you remember what you told me?
So I'm almost pretty sure about this. I'm pretty confident in myself. So
yes.
if I hadn't had epilepsy and I continued to do gymnastics, I started gymnastics when I was in like kindergarten, and I had been doing it, and I did it for 4 years, and then I stopped. And I've been continuing to do that. If I had been continuing to do that from kindergarten, I would probably be in the Olympics, next Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is confident.
Yes.
That is good.
Yeah.
So here's what I want to tell you, and I'm telling you this on behalf of everyone here. You may not be an Olympic champion, but you're a champion.
Thank you.
And we're so proud of you. You took this challenge. You took this challenge in your own life, and you're helping other people in their lives, and that is such an admirable thing. So you're a real hero,
Thank you.
and we're so pleased to be with you today.
Thank you.
Michael Platt.